This time on Reality Renovision.
For the love of God, Nate, can you just go for a run around the block and I'll call you when I'm ready? All right, I was gonna suggest maybe use the sledgehammer, but might have to jump out of the way at the last second to avoid getting run over. Oh, and it's nice and greasy too. I like it just the way I like it. Nobody's gonna care about the quality of the installation as much as you will. That's why I think you're the best person for the job. I don't think this house has had a single permit since 1880.
Wow.
Hey, shovel? Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to open all this up. This is the fun part. Oh! Woo! Holy crap! That seemed dangerous. 800 square feet outdoor living space. Perfect every time. Well, in typical fashion, every time we try to film outside, Mother Nature has a problem. It's pretty windy out here. We're dealing with 25-mile-an-hour winds. But hey, the show goes on. What we're up to now, this base layer here is just to get us out of the dirt. We're using a machine on tires, not track. So it's nice to have a nice packed form here. We're also planning on lifting it up a lot higher than normal. So what we're doing is we're digging a trench for our gas line. It's gonna be at 18 inches below the surface before the finished stone. That's really some hard digging too, dude. I'm feeling sorry about that. All right.
No, you're not.
A little bit.
There's no way. No way.
All right. So this is gonna take you a good hour or so. Wow. All right. Anyway, the idea here is when you're running a gas line to an outdoor fire pit, we already have propane tanks on the house for our heat source and our mixed fuel. So we're just gonna tie in the basement. The last time we did the kitchen, my gas guy left an extra tee off on there for this purpose. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run an ABS pipe 2-inch underground and come up where we wanna have it. We're gonna thread it with the nice strong string. He's busy off with his wife right now, they're having a baby. So when he gets some time later on next week or the week after he gets back to work, we'll have him come out and run the gas line. Yeah, so congratulations, Brad, on your baby. We will see you soon. In the meantime, we're gonna have it all set up for him. We're gonna backfill the pipe, pack it in with some gravel, and then we'll be good to go. This way, the fire feature never has to turn off. Whoever wants to have a fire feature and a little propane tank, it's like kind of when you're cooking. You're halfway through your burger and the gas dies. That ain't no good. So if you're gonna have outdoor living, run your gas line. The beautiful thing about it is, patio like this, no permit necessary. A gas line, no permit necessary. I know that's mind-blowing, but because Brad has got his gas license, he doesn't need a permit. He just has to invoice me so I can prove who did the work. Win-win, right? Okay. Speaking of wind, let's get back to work before what, maybe a storm comes in? I don't know. Anyway, that'll be today. Tomorrow we'll put the textile out and then we'll put another 6 inches of crushed stone on top. That'll give us an amazing base and a weed layer so we aren't gonna have problems in the future. All right, let's get back to work. You know, we started off thinking this would be really simple. We're just gonna dig a trench, put in a pipe for our gas line, and it ended up being something that we've been doing since yesterday at noon. We were only able to get a few feet an hour of constant digging because it's so full of rocks. I've never seen anything like it. This is supposed to be, you know, clean backfill and topsoil, but the house is so old. I guess this is just the condition of the dirt and it's never been disturbed, so what an ordeal this has been. It's funny because we never rented an excavator with a claw. we didn't really need it on this project. We trenched around the other side of the house a lot easier than over here. But for some reason, this area is just full of rock. Unbelievable. So we're gonna get rid of this, and then we'll backfill it with clean GA. Man. Yeah, it's just that every ounce of this takes so much effort, eh? In our patio, we have got a different process than traditional. Usually you dig down the depth that you need so that you can backfill your 6 inches of GA, add your stone, and come up to your flush finish height of the lawn. But in our situation, what we want to do is we wanted to raise the whole height of this area of the house because we need to start working on the water drainage diverting from the house into the back 40. So we need to get this all leveled off. While we're getting the GA all leveled off around here, we're digging a trench because we want to run a gas line over to a fire pit. We are on propane out here in the country, so we got big tanks. We're just going to tie into the propane to the house, have that line come right to the fire pit. I'll never have to fill another propane tank again and for the rest of my life. This was really rocky, but perseverance, you'll always win. Just wanted to try to make sure that the depth is the same all the way around. So I can't stress how important getting the right equipment for this job is. Yeah, you could probably use a wheelbarrow and a shovel. You could probably run around hand tamping, but you're never going to get the compaction that a 1,000-pound packer has. We're only a 3-man crew, and this is only our 2nd day. We've done all of our excavation. We're almost leveled off the whole property. Now we're going to throw the pipe in, backfill it, tamp it, get the GA on here, and hopefully we'll have the whole patio level in about another hour or so. Then it's going to be time for our geotextile, and that's going to be our membrane to keep the weeds down. Then we're gonna go 6 more inches on top of that. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Perfect. So the success of your patio is all about the integrity of the operation. And being a homeowner, you're not going to cut corners. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the packer, we're going to go around the outside perimeter a couple of times, and we're slowly going to work our way into the middle. All right, and then we're going to go in a different direction. Instead of circular, we're going to go back and forth on the short side and then back and forth on the long side. And then you can be confident that you're packed in and nice and tight. During that process, we can take shovelfuls of gravel and fill in some low spots and that sort of thing. But then before we're done, take care of around the edges, right? You can't cheat around the edges because that's where you're going to have failure on your stone. So make sure that you're making your pad bigger than what you need, because it's a lot easier to backfill dirt and grass than it is to get really good edging stone if you don't make the pad bigger than what you want. All right, so now it's time for a geotextile. It's basically woven plastic, so it's permeable. Water can still get through it, but it doesn't inhibit the growth of weeds. And that's the goal here, to keep this from having all that crap that's hidden in the dirt growing through over time. The goal is to drive straight onto the pad. All right, so we're not gonna disturb what's packed. We'll drop the stone and rake it backwards, and then we'll add more layers as we go. It's gonna take a few minutes, but this first layer here is really key to keep the overlap on the geotextile about 6 inches. And right now the world's got a shortage of this product, so we're using what we could find, which is a 4-foot roll. Bit of a pain in the butt. Usually we'd use a 6 or a 7, but it is what it is. So let's get to work. All right, well, it's starting to look like an outdoor living space. My helper had to go and empty out his locker at school, so I'm left driving this beast, and Maddie's gonna have to be paying close attention because he might have to jump out of the way at the last second to avoid getting run over. Okay, let's do this. Oh, so many safety protocols. Not sure what that means. There we go. Oh, and it's nice and greasy too. I like it just the way I like it. Nice and greasy. I thought I was gonna take out the cameraman. So one of the things you saw us using when we were packing our dirt was we always wet it first. It really helps to get a much better, tighter pack. And you'll notice that you're gonna get a combination of the rock, the 3/4 stone, and the stone dust, which means that different parts of the pack are gonna be different consistency and they will pack differently. So just because you had the same height when you started, after the packer go was over, you're gonna have this going on. Now you see, because I put this pipe on here, you'll see the differences in the compaction. And so there's two things we're looking at here. If you slide this long rod all over the place, which is 10 feet long, it gives you a really good idea of what's going on with your patio, all right? And so now is the time after you've done your last pack, you go around and you have to fill in all of these holes. It is really hard to find a crew of people out there who are gonna take this much time and effort to put your patio together. Now, they might have more experience and they might be able to say, oh, we don't need to do all that extra work. We know what we're doing. But the reality is, if you don't invest your time and really get this leveled out and packed properly, it's just not gonna last. There we go. So if you have too much material in a place and you put your stone in, the packer will come by and redistribute all that for you, okay? And this, it's just like a day at the beach when you're a kid. And remember, nobody's going to care about the quality of the installation as much as you will. That's why I think you're the best person for the job. I'm telling you, when it comes down to this kind of work, it's not difficult. It's labor intensive, but it's mostly an issue of your integrity. And let's just be honest, in the world of construction, the guys that are getting paid to do nothing but labor, they're usually there because integrity is not the top skill that they have. Just saying.
I enjoy the fact that I get to make decisions that are practical, that are based on, in a lot of cases, I'm doing things that I think are going to be easy for people to replicate. So that's kind of what drives my decision process. I'm not trying to go over the top with our design. It's going to be really clean and simple, really nice materials.
Exactly.
But this is kind of our philosophy. If you use really nice materials and you use simple procedures, you can have an amazing result and make your space look absolutely gorgeous. It's whenever you try to, like you put a too small of a deck in the backyard that it doesn't function. It just, you get that whole, man, I wish we would have made it a couple feet bigger. Or like adding the pantry in the kitchen instead of upper cabinets. We saved a fortune and it looks gorgeous and it makes the house look bigger.
Absolutely.
All these little details. Things that you generally aren't going to get information like that anywhere else because it means you spend less money on material. Everybody in the industry seems to be pushing towards buying all kinds of products that just aren't necessary.
Yeah.
And it creates the need to spend even more money for someone. I just like to keep things simple.
Simple.
If we keep it simple, keep it really clean, simple. I don't even know how to say it. I love the fact that I don't have to sit there and let a client pick something out that I know is going to look atrocious.
Yes.
For the love of God, Nate, can you just go for a run around the block and I'll call you when I'm ready?
Sorry, Dad. How's over here? All right, Jeff, we're just gonna go for it. Whatever happens, happens.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Well, it's demo day. We're getting rid of the two sheds. This morning we cleaned out the contents and they're in the truck. We're hauling them back to the new house. And as you can tell, Nate's back. We haven't had him on a job site for a while. Here, Alex, we're gonna save the window and the door for the new shed before we tear this apart, right, Nate?
Yep.
Nate's really excited to rip this thing apart. You know, woo, that is one messed up screw. Wow. You can tell I only put this door in kinda when I first built this shed. All right. Now, if you guys are interested, we built this shed 6 years ago, right? The three of us. We first moved to the property. I was still running a construction company back then. And you guys are what, 13, 14?
15 and 16.
Really?
17, 18 or something.
Maybe the timing is wrong, because we've got some pictures. We're gonna show them to you right now. You can let me know how old they look in those pictures. Maybe we've been here longer than I think we have. All right, Nate. Is that still kicked? That's attached over here or what? What's going on? Oh, yeah, it's that hinge screw right here. All right. The more I'm looking at this door, the less I want to save it. This looks sketchy. Screw that. I want a door with a window. Shed. Bin. Garbage. Done. Tosser. Yeah. Boy, that's a real delight. Okay, tough guy.
Alrighty.
I don't know how you're gonna manage that, but
Yeah, I don't either.
you just, good luck with all that. All right, I think before we go any further, we'll take these stairs off because they're more of a hazard than a help.
Dude, that killed. Got me right in the Erebus cortex.
All right. Oh, it's a beehive. That's where the old hornet's nest was. Remember when I got stung on the nose? It was right there.
Roll a picture.
Roll picture. Yeah, you know what? I was just going in to get some tools and I stepped on the stair and I had the risers, so they thought they had a nice comfortable place to hide. On the way out, there was just a swarm of them. I had to run for it. But I needed more tools, so I went in and got 2 cans of Raid and I waged war with the hornets, and one of them right in the side of the nose.
Good times.
Stung me up like Hitch. Yeah, you guys both had a good laugh out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever bad things happen to me, this always seems to be a good reason to have a good laugh, eh? There you go, tough guy. It's usually once a week. All right, let's get all of that right in the.
I really want to.
If you're gonna pick it up, put it down in the bin.
Yeah, fair enough.
Half the work, right? Now I know this was only built 7 years ago. And the truth is, yeah, we could probably do surgery on this thing and saves ourselves a few pieces of lumber. But best thing about building with trees is they grow back. So I don't care if I have to throw it out. Because the other good thing about trees is they turn into really good quality dirt. So it's like a win-win. That's good. Okay, all we got left in this building is the skin. So Nate, if you want to go kick off the skin for me. All right. All right, so kick off. Okay, Stretch, that was interesting.
That was sick.
All right, I was gonna suggest maybe use the sledgehammer, but.
No.
All right, that's full of nails now, so you want to put that in the bin right away, please, before somebody steps on them. I see you following your old man and you're wearing your safety shoes.
2 more. There it is.
This shed feels very precocious today. It's like, got a good bounce. It's kind of freaking me out. All right, now you see how I built this thing? I got this big beam holding up the roof.
Are we taking that down?
I'm thinking if I rip the beam out first on both ends, it'll still stay there sorta, but when we drop it, it'll be a lot easier to work with. No, that's not in the middle. I just threw that up there to keep the walls from falling over when you guys were little.
Well, I can still reach, no?
No, it's not in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take out the post. I need a little bit of batter up action. Watch, the nails are sticking up on that board. Jeez, freaking me out. Woo, she feels like she's ready to go.
No, but do you want me to move the wheelbarrow out of the way, or?
I don't think it's necessary. How long is this board? Man, anybody else want to swing at this? That didn't work.
Dude, this thing is so wobbly.
Yes, sir.
This thing is gonna fall on our heads.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's not a bad idea. Well, maybe we should tie up the truck to it now. Move. I like living on the wild side, baby. All right, there goes the other structural beam. That was a good solid hit. That was a home run right there, buddy. And I over-nailed the plates too, so it's all good. There you go.
You don't need to convince me that it's structural. You just need to convince me that it's not going to fall on your head.
My head? No. No, it's not falling on anybody's head yet. There we go. That'll work, eh? No need.
I think truck idea is better.
No, I'm doing this.
You know the best part of having your family do your work for you? It's not even a job site legally.
No.
It's just a...
All right, what is this? 2021?
You got a built-in handle, why don't you just use it?
2021 Strongest Man audition right here?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Maddie. Don't get a swing and have it fall over backwards, right? We'll all have to jump on the strap with you.
You got no chance.
All right, let's get the truck. So I just need you to get the tension.
Yeah.
Once you get tension, wave me off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in four-wheel drive, and then everyone clear out.
Yeah.
All right? Safety third.
Fantastic.
Okay, build it.
You didn't back up and take
That took nothing.
That was fantastic.
All right. You know that corded
Sorry, I'm in
skill
the
saw
way.
that we have?
Oh, this is tomorrow.
I'm just saying, this corded skill saw, we're gonna just bury that blade at about an inch. It'll take the asphalt and the aspenite, we'll peel it off, 2 pieces. All right, that's been a lot of fun. We're gonna throw all this trash in the trash, and then the next time we come back up from the commercial, we'll be pouring our brand new pad, and we'll be talking about all that. And this time we're not doing bags and mixing it ourselves. I've called the truck. We're gonna go through that whole process so that you have some information on how to do that for yourself. See you there. All right, guys. Well, today we're building a shed. We're gonna make this quick and simple. We just gotta cut our ground vapor barrier. We're gonna lay our mesh back on top. Concrete truck's arriving right now, so let's just get this done. Really, all we did was just pour a bunch of GA, compact with a packer, build a frame in the neighborhood. And now we're putting down a vapor barrier. We're gonna tape these joints together. All right, there we go. The idea here is to have a form, have separation from the groundwater, and then have some mesh to bond it all together and give you your strength. And if your form is somewhat square and level, you'll have a lot of success building a shed. Okay, bud, let's do this. There you go. We'll just get this one down, flush to the side. Pull it tight, like that. All right. So hopefully we can manage this. All right, next one. Just like a 1-inch overlap is all it takes. Okay. All right, we're good. Stretch that out a little bit, Alex. Beautiful. There we go. All right, this mesh has already been tied together. They come at the store 7 feet by 3.5. I don't know what the hell am I dealing with here. There we go. Got the same crap I'm dealing with there. There we go. Woohoo! All right, let's roll. All right. So we're doing this in real time today. No fooling around. All right, so full disclosure, it's a DIY channel. I'm not a concrete guy. I'm using the magnesium float and an edger. That's it. I'm gonna jump into my rubber boots. That's right, we're getting rid of the dad shoes today. We're just gonna jump in and play in the mud. Concrete guy's gonna mix up a little bit wetter for me so it's a little easier for me to work in. Other than that, that's just a race against time. So Mike, your machine isn't what I would call traditional. So you're not mixing it and then driving at the site. You're just taking components and then mixing here.
That's right. Yeah.
So you can pick your PSI and everything else.
Exactly.
Oh, for God's
sake. You
sake.
want to switch from this to that? No
That's
problem.
beautiful.
Slump here and there, whatever you need, I got it on.
Nice, brilliant. Who would have known? Well, that was an unexpected surprise. Learning something new. I'm just gonna measure off from 0 to hero, Mike, or what? Wow, that is amazing, eh? He's dropping the aggregate and mixing it with the water right there up on the spot. That's pretty good technology. We'll see if the sides blow out on us or not.
Left the big city for the simple country life. Found myself a woman that it took for me to be my wife. I was working on the ground, come the sun up to sundown. Hey, I'm trying to make a reputation for a man inside this town. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kinda leaving me. She kissed me one time and she took my heart. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Well, working 3 jobs, living out of a car. Mama never told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah,
Wow.
Lord George Jones and Gary Sturt, all them young guns, yeah, they've been through. Tell you one thing that you won't believe. One thing, nothing but a thing to need. Burn right through them like a cigarette or a line of cocaine on a private jet. I give them good loving like they won't forget. Baby, Lord knows what time it is. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kinda leaving me. She kissed me one time and she took my heart. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Well, working 3 jobs, living out of a car. Mama never told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. I'm a honky-tonk star. Lord, I'm a honky-tonk star.
Here you go.
Told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star.
2 things in life you don't mess around with. A man's woman and a man's truck. That is awesome. So if you can just work the room with this thing, all right? And I'll use the edger. Between the two of us, we'll get something that looks pretty reasonable. We're not looking for perfection as much as we're looking for pretty damn nice. So the J-bolts are going to hold the 2x4 to the concrete, and that protects you against the lifting power of high winds. There we go. Now the edger is really simple. It's just flat with a curve, and that curve is designed to remove pebbles and that sort of thing from the edge of your concrete. Because what they do is they'll grab a hold of ice and frost and snow, right? And there'll be reasons why water can't run off smoothly. And so on the last 2 inches of this edge, I'm putting a bit of a downward slope on it and then making a nice smooth edge. So I had the concrete truck guy scheduled for 9 o'clock. He was right on time. It is 9:45. That means in the same amount of time it took us on the last shed to go to the store to pick up the cement and bring it back and just move it into the area we were gonna work. And we're gonna be almost done. That's hilarious. All right, guys, so we're gonna break down the total cost for this project up to this point, and I'm gonna compare it with the price that the concrete guy gave me if he was to take care of the whole job for you. We framed this, used material, right? We just recycled it. You could buy something new if you wanted to, but we recycled, so that was free. Underneath all of this is a little bit of plastic, Super 6 vapor barrier, a couple hundred square feet. We're gonna throw in 10 bucks for that. On top of that, we've got the wire mesh. That comes in 7 feet by 3.5 feet sections. And so there's 12 pieces of that. That ends up being about 200 bucks. Not joking, it's not free. That load came out to 850 after tax. And keep in mind, I live in Canada. So depending where you are, there's gonna be variance in price. But that's actually about the same price as I would pay if I went and bought all this concrete in the bag at the local hardware store. His option as the concrete contractor was to come in, make the form, put down the plastic and the mesh, the J-bolts, pour it, tool it, and they've got the big float, right? And all of that would have been about $12 a square foot. That comes out to about $3,400. So I got mine for $1,200. They could do it for you for $3,400. What I'm trying to say is, it only took us an hour. I saved over 2,000 bucks and it only took us an hour. All right, so we got the pad done. I'm a little disappointed in myself, to be honest with you. I was at the store, I was gonna buy a bow float because the last time we did a shed video, everybody's in the comment section, oh, you need a bow float. Okay, great. So if you work for concrete construction company, that's like the only tool you own is a bow float. I get it. I got $10,000, $20,000 worth of tools laying around, no bow float. I was gonna buy it. It turned out to be about $300 tool. I don't need no stinking bow float. I'm just gonna go in and trowel it by hand. I'm looking at it, that's not bad. It'll do, you know? But now in hindsight, I wish I had the time to organize. I would have gone to the store and done the rental. I would have rented it for the day. It would have been a lot nicer. Sometimes with my life, you know, I'm so busy trying to make videos and keep my production schedule going because I'm trying to finish the house to sell it that I run out of time. And that's what happened to me today. So I didn't have time to organize the rental of a bow float. I'm gonna pay for it. Now I'm gonna be using a cup grinder to flatten it out, but it's okay. It's just a shed. I'm not gonna let my feelings get hurt over it. I feel like I have more to do on this house than what I did at Christina's.
We have a bunch of deliveries that are due to come
Any day now.
any day or week.
Yeah.
Regardless, they're all going to come at once
Yeah.
within a few days of each other.
Yep.
That's going to be very interesting.
The good news is I have all my patio materials.
Yes.
So that's next. As
We
soon
have
as the
all the
siding's all
stone.
finished, I'm moving on to the patio,
Yeah.
which will be exciting. So you're gonna wanna definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss those videos. It's a good idea. That's killer. I'm doing my own 800 square foot
Yep.
outdoor patio.
800 square feet.
I'm making my own fire pit. It's more like a stand-up kind of bar style with a 5-foot linear fire pit. It's gas. It's gonna be cool.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. So there's some really cool projects in there that you can do to scale in your own home. And We're not doing a traditional concrete paver. We're doing porcelain tile outside.
Beautiful
Sexy
stuff.
as you want to be.
Yep.
And it's so easy. It's just tile. You just gotta have the right materials and a couple of tips and tricks. We'll show you how to do it. Anybody can live like you're on the rooftop in Miami. It's a piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Next time on Reality Renovision.
So remember how I usually preach when you're doing a project, make a plan and stick to it? Well, we broke our plan. This is gonna be a lot sexier. This is so exciting. This is next to watching paint dry. That's really pretty.
I love it.
That didn't look like it came out like it's supposed to, but this works. No, 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 no. Safety second, production first. I feel like the nature boy, Ric Flair. Oh, I'm bleeding.